Welcome back, Giants fans. The NFL draft is fast approaching, and the Giants are almost on the clock at number 6, which is why I'm super excited to be back at it for my draft profile preview video. And in this video, we are going to be previewing the edge rusher, Montez Sweat out of Mississippi State. And what's so great about Montez Sweat, especially pertaining to the New York Giants, is if we were to draft him, he not only fits our biggest need, which in my opinion is the outside rush, the pass rusher. We have not been able to get after the quarterback in quite some time. He also fits the defensive scheme perfectly. He projects to be a perfect 3-4 outside linebacker. What a 3-4 system calls for is a guy that may be a little bit undersized in a 4-3 system. When you're up at the line of scrimmage, you want that burner off the edge in the 3-4 that's playing the OLB, and that's exactly what Montez Sweat is. He stands at 251 pounds, which is a little bit undersized for a defensive end in today's NFL game, but he's a perfect fit for that outside linebacker, that edge rusher. And this guy has all the physical tools that you could want. He also has had a lot of production at the collegiate level. Now, a lot of people will point to his heart condition, and a lot of people thought that that would see his stock drop after it soared after the combine, when he ran a 4.41, which is nearly unheard of for a man his size that plays his position. But the heart condition, everybody seems to think it's not serious, and you haven't really seen his draft stock drop because of it. Now, a lot of these guys I've gone over, I've said that some of them have production, they don't have the potential. This guy has both. He's been double digits in sacks the last 2 years, and his potential's off the charts. Now, is he the most technically skilled player? No. He's a project, I suppose. He came into college football actually at Michigan State, recruited as a tight end, and then he quickly converted to a defensive player, much like Devin White. Devin White was recruited as a running back. And this guy is supremely talented, though. He really is. And his first 2 years at Michigan State, he didn't do much. He actually got suspended and kicked out of the program indefinitely for a reason that we don't know. Now, some people think it was drugs. We don't know. But he quickly rebounded. He went to junior college for a year. Then he went to Mississippi State, and he excelled there, where I think he had about 12 sacks this year, and he was double digits the year before. And all the physical tools you could want. Very long arms, excellent length, very quick, very strong. The one thing that you really point at is the technique could use some help. He's not like a Bosa, who excels in the technique department. But he has everything you could possibly want. Great instincts, natural pass rusher. He's a guy that really would fit the Giants nicely. And like I said, the results are backed up by the statistics at college. You got to like what you see in both production and potential. Now, the one player a lot of experts compare Montez Sweat to, or former NFL player, I should say, is Jason Taylor, which I'm not sure if he's a Hall of Famer. If he's not, he definitely will be one day. And I'm not saying I'm expecting him to be Jason Taylor, but I do see the comparison. Very athletic, much like Taylor, could set the edge. Very high ceiling for Montez Sweat. One of the highest ceilings in this year's draft. The problem is, he also has a lower floor than some of the prospects. Nick Bosa, much safer. Josh Allen's probably safer. Quinnen Williams, safer. But Montez Sweat has just as high as a ceiling as most of those players. That's how potentially good this guy could be. And he's certainly a guy the Giants could look for at 6. I doubt he gets to 17. If he did, I definitely think the Giants would probably take him there. I like Sweat, I really do. And he fits our system. That's what you got to love about this kid. And he would instantly bring that edge rush. Now, he's not my guy. He's not the guy that I would personally take if we're not going quarterback. If we were not going quarterback, in my opinion, as I've said, I would go Ed Oliver based on the assumption that Josh Allen, Nick Bosa, Quinnen Williams, and Devin White are up the board. If any one of those 4 dropped to us at 6, I would take them. But if all 4 were gone and we were not going quarterback, Kyler Murray was gone, and we decided to pass on Haskins and we were not trading down, I personally would take Ed Oliver. But Montez Sweat fits the defensive need better than Oliver. Oliver's an interior lineman who can definitely clog up the middle and get after the quarterback. Sweat is that edge rusher that fits our defense very nicely. He's very similar to Josh Allen. Very athletic edge rusher. Now, I'm not going to say he's as good as Josh Allen. Josh Allen was unbelievable this year. He had like 17 sacks out of Kentucky. Sweat at 11.5 and was great out of Mississippi State. But in terms of an athlete, I would say Montez Sweat's even better. He was actually a 2-star athlete out of high school. He was a very good high school basketball player, and many thought he'd play college basketball. Stands at 6'6". So you're getting a guy with a very high ceiling if you decide to go with Montez Sweat, and a guy that fits our defense very nicely. Now, he's not the perfect prospect. As I said, he needs to develop some technique. He's limited in the moves that he has that he can get after the quarterback. He's a little stiff in the hip, scouts say. And they say that he can get knocked off the ground, and they think he could add some weight, which is exactly what Josh Allen did this offseason, which is why he's probably being projected higher. Josh Allen was projected to be a situational pass rusher at the NFL level before he did that. I think he now weighs about 10 or 15 more pounds more than Montez Sweat does. But I do like Sweat. And if the Giants decide to go with him at 6, I'm not going to cry about it. He wouldn't be my pick, but he fits the defense very nicely in terms of need and system. So I would get the selection. He's probably the perfect fit at 6 if Josh Allen was off the board, but he wouldn't be my pick. I'd like to get your guys' thoughts and take on Montez Sweat. What do you guys think about him? How do you think he would fit with the Giants? And as always, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe. Drop a comment. Maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.